Tonight, Patrick Maguire of the Maguire Seven on a life played out in the media spotlight and now on stage. Belfast-based singer-songwriter Mark McCambridge on his new band Arborist and is watching The Hangover Part 3 as funny as having one. Good evening, you're very welcome to Arts Extra. I'm Mary-Louise Muir. The Guildford Four and the Maguire Seven were the collective names of two groups of people who were wrongly convicted for the Guildford pub bombings of the 5th of October 1974. The youngest member of the Maguire Seven, Patrick Maguire, was 14 when he was sentenced. In his 2008 autobiography, he told the story of his life before, during and after prison and the impact on his life and his family. He has taken the story onto stage in his play, My Father's Watch.
At the beginning, prison was horrible. It was like a ton of bricks falling on my head. I was scared. Then I saw what you had to do to survive. And before you could say Bob was your uncle, I was swaggering around with all the other lads, never letting my guard down, never being myself, driving the screws mad any time I could. I would have chosen to be what I became, but it was sink or swim, and I chose to swim. My mum and dad were taken away from me when I was a child. At a time when I should have had them in their love, I did not. As a result, I didn't grow from boy to man with them around. Find my feet, make my way in the world and remain connected to them. I'm mature on my own, in a strange world that is prison. And when I finally returned to this real world, I was to find I wasn't connected to it.
Tom O'Neill as Patrick Maguire in My Father's Watch. Tom joins me now along with Patrick Maguire himself. You're both very welcome to the programme.
Thank you.
Patrick, it is an incredible story. For people not old enough to remember exactly what happened, and I suppose they could Google it now to find out, but it was a devastating bomb, but equally a devastating impact on your life and your family's life.
Yeah, totally. I mean, we were, my parents left Belfast 1952 on their wedding day to set up a new life in London. My two older brothers were born in London. My youngest sister was. I was born here in Belfast, and we weren't brought up in the Irish. We didn't go to Catholic schools or play hurley or learn Irish or anything. No, we just got on with it, and for that just to come out of the blue was a total change. I mean, the day the police came to my house was the day my childhood ended, and this story that is in a book started. And
then the name Maguire became synonymous almost with evil, didn't it? And your mother in particular was vilified. I mean, was called Evil Annie.
I know. It's unbelievable. I mean, if you were to meet my mum today and you didn't know who she was, you wouldn't have known she was sentenced to 14 years and was supposed to have been one of the IRA bomb makers. I mean, my mum to this day is as blind as a bat with her glasses. My dad was an alcoholic, and we're supposed to be, bomb makers. And I was 13 at the time when I was arrested. Yeah. And I've often thought, did anyone take any time out to think, right, hold on a minute, what was this kid doing then? Was my mum saying to me, right, we're making bombs now, but don't be telling no one outside in school, it's just crazy.
It was a huge miscarriage of justice.
Absolutely.
And it was you and the Guildford Four were publicly exonerated, but still the impact on your life, on your own life, on your family's life was incalculable.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing, no one sees what really goes on. And if I could just jump to the play itself, it's a funny thing how we got to doing this play. I met John accidentally, John Dunn, who's the director. And he got hold of a book and he read it, and the rest is history, as they say. To have this now and watch it and see people like Tom playing this part, it's hard work, I mean, and I've talked to Tom afterwards, and we done the play in London, and it takes a lot out of him.
Tom, let's talk about that, because many of the time an actor takes on a role, kind of tries to channel him or herself into the part, learns the lines, gets by, but you have the actual person here with you. You've got this incredible story. What has been the relationship between the two of you, and how has that helped you as an actor?
Well, I think once I kind of was the script came to me and the story, I was aware of the story already through the film and
that's in the name of the father, yeah.
So it was from Patrick's side. As soon as I started to read the book and to find out about Patrick, I started to get a lot of similarities to Patrick because just like we're from quite sort of the same sort of, not far from where we grew up, so it's not that far from where I grew up in Camden. So and then just trying to really, I could get the background with the parents, you know, where growing up in like a working class London background, I got that, but then I was trying to immerse myself in to really see how that would really feel if that really happened to me as a 13-year-old boy, you know. And it's just a really, you know, it's quite weird sometimes because you're also, like, you're telling someone's story and Patrick's there and he's there and I realised that it's the truth. This ain't another play where I'm just playing a part. This is actually someone's really there. And Patrick was great for me, you know. We met up in London on a couple of occasions. I got to meet his son, you know, and we got to hang out and and it was just asking him as many questions as I can and just trying to really just go there with it to try and get this story across.
And what was it like for you then, Patrick, watching Tom playing you on stage?
It's I mean, not that I need anything to remind me of what happened. I mean, believe me, I don't carry this around like a big rock, you know. I mean, but it has battered the life out of me for sure. And for some reason I have survived. I'm 52 now and I've got children, grandchildren, and I've been up and down all over the place. But I like to think I'm on some level plane now. The book was simply done because I go counselling and I see a psychiatrist and it was suggested that I do a bit of writing. And I said, "You're joking, I don't do no writing." You know, and all of a sudden I started writing and it was a therapy. And it came out, and then I was opening it. You open up one door, you're going to lead into others. And that was hard work.
Because I said at the beginning about the idea that you did live your life in the media spotlight. Maybe you might have felt not as much actually when you were in prison that you were forgotten about.
No,
but the name itself is so synonymous now.
Yeah.
So why then put yourself back into the spotlight with a play of yourself on stage?
Well, the simple answer is, for many years, when we got arrested, up until we got out, until no one listened to us. There was no interviews, there was no one wanted to talk or listen, and as simple as that. And then when my mum came out of prison, then people started to get on board, and from that moment I haven't stopped, for that simple reason. You know, the guilty people hide, you know. I'm here, and I'll always be here, and I'll always be speaking about it. But today, like I say, I'm not carrying this around and want to headhunt or beat people up. I'm hoping that the book, me, when I do talk, because I get invited to places to talk, that it might help or discourage or wake people up. And I'm talking about the legal system, the police, I'm talking about people in the community. Look at your own children. When I became a father, I had to stop I had to put my anger away, because what am I doing? I'm only going to, my kids know the history, but it's not theirs, right? It's something they know about. But you know, I've got two good boys, I've got a daughter who's older, and I think that as a parent, it's us who've got to stop the rot.
Patrick, thank you. Thank you for coming in. Patrick Maguire and Tom O'Neill, thank you for letting us record that extract earlier as well. My Father's Watch is at the Devenish complex here in Belfast, the 28th to the 30th of May. Thank you both.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Tonight, Patrick Maguire of the Maguire Seven on a life played out in the media spotlight and now on stage.